Fam, what's up with the squad? It's Cess, your favorite auntie with Uncle Tendencies. Welcome back to Cess Talk Sports, where we highlight the real hoopers that make the game fun. Big love to the Day One fam, and if this is your first ride with us, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, tap that bell so you never miss the vibes, and everybody show some love with a like, comment, and share. All right, today we locking in on one of the most steady, most slept on, but most essential players to come through South Cac, Bree Hall. This one ain't about flash. This one about substance, leadership, and clutchness. This one's about Bree. Coming out of Dayton, Ohio, she started Wayne High School in Huber Heights, where she left as the school's all-time leading scorer. Her senior year numbers, monstrous. 25.6 points per game, 7.1 rebounds, and 3.3 steals a game. She stacked accolades like McDonald's All-American, Naismith All-America Honorable Mention, Ohio Miss Basketball, OPSWA First Team All-State, and ranked number 14 overall by ESPN Hoop Girls. She led Wayne to his first ever state quarterfinal appearance and was a two-time Greater Western Ohio Conference first-team pick, also taking home Conference Player of the Year in 2021. She committed to Dawn Staley in the South Carolina Gamecocks as part of a loaded 2021 class. Right out the gate, Breezy made her presence felt. She was part of the first team in South Carolina history to be ranked number one in both major polls every week of the season. She played in 36 games as a reserve, contributing on both ends. Scored a season-high 10 points versus Vandy, dropped 8 in the NCAA first-round win over Howard, and delivered strong minutes in the SEC tourney. But beyond the stats, she proved something deeper. Bree could defend, and not just hold her own, she could lock down. She was already drawing tough assignments, including limiting Kentucky's All-American Ryan Howard to a season-low 9 points on 2 for 4 shooting as a freshman. And more importantly, she walked out that first season as a national champion. By her second year, Breezy had earned a bigger role, played in 35 games, averaged 5 points per game, and was money in big moments. She scored 18 points at Alabama, including 13 in the second half, hit 10 versus number 14 UCLA in the Sweet 16, and sealed a 16-4 run with a 3 in the SEC title game. Hit clutch threes in games versus Arkansas, Georgia, and Memphis. But let's talk defense. Bree became the Gamecocks' go-to defensive stopper. If there was a guard or wing lighting it up, Coach Staley called on Bree, and she answered every time. After the heartbreak of falling short in the Final Four that season, Coach Dawn Staley pulled Bree aside and charged her with the mission of getting us back right here. That challenge hit home. Bree took it personal, and from that moment on, she approached every game with a chip on her shoulder. She admitted that she's used bulletin board material, the doubters, the critics, the negative chatter as fuel, and she's also been real with us about the weight of those expectations. Bree openly shared that she doubted herself at times and even sought therapy to help work through it. Let's take a moment to honor the strength that takes. It's one thing to show up and hoop. It's another thing entirely to be transparent about the internal battle and still lead your squad to greatness. That's power. That's courage. That's Breezy. She helped South Carolina to a 36-1 record, a perfect SEC regular season, and a third straight Final Four. 2023-2024, this was her year. Bree became a full-time starter and didn't miss. Started 37 games. Stats, 9.2 points per game, 2.9 rebounds per game, 1.5 assists per game. She shot 38.5% from three and 44% from the floor. She had 16 double-digit scoring games and led the team in scoring 4 times. Big-time moments, she had them. Career-high 21 points at Missouri, that included 4 for 4 from three. 18 points at Bowling Green. Clutch threes late to beat LSU and Baton Rouge. 13 points versus Tennessee with a huge block. And helped lock down Deja Kelly and hit a dagger at UNC. Defensively, she thrived. Bree was consistently matched up with the opponent's top perimeter scorers. Deja Kelly, Bree held her without a field goal in the fourth quarter. Haley Van Lith, Bree made her uncomfortable. She wasn't just defending, she was dictating. She gave the Gamecocks that edge on the wing. And she did it all while helping the team go undefeated, 38-0, and win a second national championship. This group ran the SEC win streak to 47 games, 10th longest in NCAA history, and Bree was a pillar in that. As a senior, she remained a steady hand on a roster full of new stars. Started every game again, averaging over 6 points per game and 3 rebounds per game, while bringing unmatched leadership. She delivered in the NCAA second round versus Indiana with 11 points and late-game defense and clutch buckets throughout March. And as always, Bree got the toughest defensive assignments. From quick point guards to physical wings, she's handled them all. That's who she's been her whole career, the unsung hero, the one keeping the other team's best scorer in check. Quiet killer, steady leader, championship heart. In the record books, she's first all-time with games started in a season. Her averages 5.7 points per game, 40.6 field goal percentage from the floor, and 36.3% from three. 21 double-digit scoring games. Bree's accolades beyond the box score included 3-time SEC Academic Honor Roll, CSC Academic All-District, SEC Community Service Team, and SEC Basketball Leadership Council Vice Chair. She's not just a hooper, she's a scholar, a servant, a leader. Bree Hall leads South Carolina as a two-time, at least, national champion, a three-time SEC regular season champion, and one of the most respected voices in the locker room. She didn't always lead in the headlines, but she led in impact. She was a closer, a connector, a Gamecock through and through. She was the defensive anchor who always got the toughest matchup, and more times than not, she won it. And perhaps most importantly, she showed us that vulnerability and mental health matter. That strength doesn't always look loud. Sometimes strength is quiet. Sometimes it's Bree Hall. Fam, give Bree Hall her flowers. She is a legend in Columbia. Now the question, what's next for Bree? Off the court, Bree Hall has already proven she's a brand in the making. She signed a major NIL representation deal with Excel Sports Management and has aligned herself with powerhouse companies like Sephora, Under Armour, and Keurig. Bree isn't just hooping, she's building a platform that merges basketball with beauty and lifestyle. In her own words, Bree said, I really want to become one of the faces of makeup, fashion, and skincare in women's basketball. And she's living it. From social media to interviews, she's showing you that you can be fierce on the court and feminine off it. The stereotype is that women's basketball is a boys' sport. You can't be girly playing, she added in a feature with Boardroom. That mindset, that image is disruptive in the best way. She is challenging the narrative and opening doors for the next generation of hoopers who want to be both baller and beauty icon. When she hears her name called in the WNBA draft, I'm sure she's going to make the best of it. And after that, there's no doubt that she'll bring the same level of lockdown mentality, leadership, and professionalism to the next level. She's got the build, the IQ, the jumper, and most importantly, the intangibles that win games. And if she steps into coaching, broadcasting, or mentoring the next generation, she'll dominate there too. Bree Hall is the kind of person any program, team, or organization is lucky to have. No matter where she goes, her Gamecock legacy is forever. All right, fam. Make sure you drop a comment with your favorite Bree Hall memory, whether it was a clutch three, a lockdown defensive stop, or just the way she carried herself with poise and power. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and share this with someone who really knows hoop. Catch y'all next time on Cess Talk Sports, where we lift up the game and the people who make it great. Keep hooping, stay tuned, talk soon. I'm out.